Springfield is home to basketball history. And we added another important chapter. The Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame unveiled a new exhibit dedicated to Stephen Curry, the first active NBA player ever to receive that distinction. Western Mass News reporter David Germain was there for the big reveal to see how this exhibit goes beyond his 4 championship rings.
The Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame made history today while unveiling its latest exhibit of this man right here, Golden State Warrior guard Stephen Curry.
It's pretty easy to market. This is a universally beloved human being and basketball player. Stephen Curry, just a great person on and off the court. That's part of the story we're telling here with the title Beyond the Arc.
Beyond the Arc is a limited time exhibit that can be found in the Vault, a rotating storytelling space that helps tell the story of the evolution of basketball. And there's no better modern player who exemplifies that evolution than the three-point king himself, as Curry holds the NBA record for career three-pointers made. Curry is the first active player in the Hall of Fame's history to have a dedicated exhibit.
We honor basketball history, and it is kind of made every night, but we also honor the best of the best. So we may not be looking for a rookie to come here to the Hall of Fame, but a future Hall of Famer, definitely. And Stephen Curry fits that bill.
The exhibit contains memorabilia from Curry's family vault, including his MVP trophy, game-worn jerseys, sneakers, and narrated videos detailing the laundry list of career milestones Curry has accomplished in his 17-year career. And if you weren't able to catch the unveiling, don't worry. The Beyond the Arc exhibit will be available for viewing up until October of 2027. Reporting in Springfield, David Germain, Western Mass News.